where you start comparing and ordering fractions and decimals and percents on a number line. So you're given a number line from 0 to 1. And you're supposed to take all of these, we're looking at decimals and percents, you're supposed to take all these decimals and percents and put them where they're supposed to go on the number line. And it needs to be in the right place if you were to draw models and look at it that way. So I'm going, because I like percents best, I'm going to start with percents. And I'm going to get my percents on here. Well, 2% is almost nothing. And 10% would come right in here. 99% would be really close to 1, which is also 100%. And then 75% is going to be about 3/4 of the way. If I drew a fraction strip and I said 3/4, it would be about here. 25% would be about 1/4 of the way. So this is like where 50% would be. And if this is where 50% would be, 60% would be a little bit to the right of that. And then 135% is going to be more than 100%, so it's going to be somewhere over here. So what I have left is decimals. And I say, where do these fit in? Okay? So I know with decimals, if I move my decimal point 2 places to the right and add the percent sign, I have a percent. So 15 hundredths would be 15%. So that's going to fall in between 10 and 25. And then 35%, because that's what 35 hundredths is, it's 35%, would fall in between here, closer to 25 than, of course, 60. And then 875 thousandths, if I did decimal percent, it would be 87.5 or 87 5/10%. That would go here, 87. And then 89 would go right on the right side of that, because it's a little bit bigger, because 87 than 89. And now I would have everything ordered, and I would have explained where everything went and why it went where it went. So that gives you an idea of what we're going to expect whenever you're doing your centers and your workstations in class, as to you're going to be given one of these on the active board, and you're going to need to move these things around. So let's look at fraction and percent, because now I'm going to start with my favorite, the percent, and we'll go with that, and then we're going to look at fractions. So 12% would go way down here close to 0, and 128%, since 1 is 100%, and 2 is 200%, and 3 is 300%, then 128 would go about here, and 235 would go here, and 167 would go in here, and 42% is going to go less than 50%. 50% would be like right in here, right there between 0 and 1, 1/2, 50%. And 87 and 5/10% would be close to 100%. And now I've got these fractions to deal with. Now you guys did a great job working with fractions. So you would remember, you can think about your fraction bars. So 1/3, and we've memorized this, right, is 33 1/3%. It would go right in here, close to 42. 1/8 is 125 thousandths, and that would go right here, right past 12%, because 12% would be 0.12, that's 12%, and this would be 0.125, so just a little bit more. And then 2/5, I would take that to 10, and I would take that to 10 by 2, and by 2, 4/10, say it. So 4/10 would be 40%. Oops. So I'd have to move 42 over a little bit just to make it fit in there. And then 1 1/2 would go halfway between 1 and 2. So here would be 1 1/2, and then 2 3/5 Again, I would take this to 10, and that's times 2 times 2, 6 tenths. Say it, 2 and 6 tenths. And as a percent, 2 places to the right, 260%. And so that would go right in there. So that gives you an idea. So again, I place the percents first, got an idea, and then place the fractions in relationship to those by converting them to decimals and percents to compare. So now, here is an example where we are all mixed. We've got fractions, we've got decimals, we've got percents. So I want you to jot this down in your notes and make this number line and put these on your number line, and whenever you come back, you can check your work.